Hey guys! Welcome back and welcome to Module 4, Basic Kotlin. In this video, we will be discussing Kotlin codes and functions. Hence, some of the topics we'll cover in this module include variables, if statement, for loop, and creating functions. But before we start, let's have a quick refresher on what Kotlin is. Kotlin is an Android-compatible language that is concise, expressive, and designed to be type and null safe. This programming language can run on multiple operating systems. In this video, you will learn the basic syntax and features of Kotlin so that you will be confident to use the programming language in building your first Android app. To get started, let's create an Android project, then select an empty activity. Click Next, and then Finish. We can just ignore the Android files that were created because we're just going to focus on learning Kotlin. Instead of using these auto-generated files, what we're going to use is a Scratch file, as it's easier to use if you want to just run a Kotlin code. To create a Scratch file, just head over to the top left corner, select File, then New, and then Scratch file. Now that we're all set, let's get started. In Kotlin, there are two types of variable. The immutable variable, which is also referred to as the read-only variable, since it cannot be changed once it has been stated, and the mutable variable, which can be changed anytime. We can declare an immutable or read-only variable by typing in val. For this sample, we will be typing val and the name of our variable. Let's say my name, a colon, then the type of the variable, which is string, followed by the equal sign, and finally a value, which is John. Next, you can also create a mutable variable by using var. For example, we will be typing var followed by our new variable my money and then a colon. The type of the variable, which is int for integer, equal sign, and finally the value, which is 20. The immutable variable, my name, is hopefully not going to change, while the mutable variable, my money, is more than likely to change. So that's the difference between those two variables. Now that we already know how to declare a variable, let's introduce basic control flow using if statement. Let's say we want to print I can buy shoes. If my money is greater than 1,000, and print I have to save more money otherwise. So we can write our if statement by typing if followed by a condition, which in our case, my money is greater than 1,000. Then type print followed by the statement I can buy shoes. Hence, if the condition is true, the body of the if statement is executed. If false, it gets ignored. However, if we add an else statement here, the statement I have to save money gets executed if the condition in the if statement is false. Loops in Kotlin are pretty standard. If you are familiar with them in any other programming language, you'll definitely understand the same concepts. Let's say, for this example, we can talk about list of hobbies such as programming, reading, running. So in this case, we can call the variable myHobbies, which contains an array of strings. If we want to print all of these hobbies, we would type for followed by value string in myHobbies, then print hobby. If we need to know the index of the current value, you can use the array function with index, instead of just calling and accessing the array by itself. With this function, we will be able to get the index of the element we are accessing in the loop. The first parameter of the for loop now include a new variable, say index, which is an integer that looks like the value of the index of the element in an array. You need to typecast the index variable to string by using .toString method for you to be able to print it. When you're defining a function, it's going to start out with the word fun and the name of the function, a list of parameters and their data type, and a return type. However, a function can also not have a parameter or a return type. For example, we want to create a function called add. Then inside of parentheses, it is going to receive two parameters of type integer. So we're going to call them num1 and num2. Then after that, we're going to put a colon and say its return type. Its return type is going to be an integer. And we can add some code here. Let's say, return num1 plus num2. Or guess what? We can also write this in one line, saying equals num1 plus num2 after the return type. Now that we have the defined function, we can invoke it. For example, let's declare a variable called sum equals add 4 and 6. Then print 4 plus 6 equals sum. And there you go. Alright, now you have experienced writing basic Kotlin codes and functions. So just a quick recap. In this video, we were able to declare and use variable, use control flow statements such as the if statement and the for loop, and create function. We hope you had fun coding. Catch us on our next and final video where we will create something cool. Hint, it has many buttons. Thank you for watching and see you on our last video, building a simple calculator app.